Hey, Horror Movie Night. So we're dropping this. This is directly on the feed. It's not really anywhere else. So if you're not subscribing to us, you're not going to be able to hear this. At Pop Rock and Horror, we recorded a bunch of different panels. One of the panels that we recorded was the Jersey Ghouls, specifically Marissa, did a panel with Return of the Living Dead. So that is live as we speak on the Jersey Ghouls feed. Go and subscribe to them and give it a listen if you haven't yet. In the meantime, here's the first 5 minutes to kind of entice you and suck you in and make you go, ooh, yeah, I want to hear more of this. But before that, I talked about this at the start of the Cujo episode that we dropped. Listening to the actual audio that we recorded from our attempt at Horror Movie Night live at Pop Rock and Horror, the audio is just straight up unusable. It's just very distorted. You can barely understand what's going on. So I know there was a few people that were at least curious about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop those shortly after we release episode 200. I'm going to drop those on the Patreon for the $1 donation or more. If you're really, really curious, feel free to throw $1. If you're already paying anything, you'll be able to hear it. You'll hear why it's not on the main feed. But at least if you're curious, you can hear it. But again, this is my warning. It is not something that's good. It's not something that we would want on this main feed, just because we've worked really hard to get our sound to a certain level that I'm proud of. I know Scott's proud of. So, it would be so counterproductive to put out something that doesn't sound great just because it's been recorded. If that makes sense. But don't worry, because we've got a lot of great content that was recorded normally for you guys, as well as if you haven't seen on our Facebook, if you subscribe to Geekscape TV, Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like in 2 days, we are going to be live on YouTube reviewing a couple movies that eventually that will be audio dropped into the main feed, but you can interact with us while we're recording. This probably won't be something that we always do, but we figured since we weren't going to do a live stream like we normally do, this was a nice little extra piece of content. So give that a shot, see how it goes. It could be a train wreck. We haven't even done a test run of this, so I have no clue what this is going to look like or sound like or be. So make sure you're there right at 6, because who knows? Maybe it's trash and all of a sudden we're off the air by 6:05. You never know. Anyway, here is the first 5 minutes of the Jersey Ghouls Return of the Living Dead panel. Give it a listen and then immediately go over to the Jersey Ghouls feed and listen to the full thing.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Return of the Living Dead Q&A panel. I am Matt from the Horror Movie Night podcast, and I'll be here for the later half of the panel to take any of the questions that you guys might have for all of our guests, but it's time to pass the mic over to your actual moderator, Marissa of Jersey Ghouls.
Oh my gosh, hello everyone, and I am here. Who are we talking to over there? Hey! Happy birthday, Miguel! Woo! So I am actually going to turn it over to the real stars of the show here. Over here we have Linnea Quigley, everyone. We have Beverly Randolph. The one and only tar man, Alan Trotman. Tom Matthews. And last but not least, Mr. Miguel Nunez.
Make America great again!
Woo! And we are so very excited to have all of you here to hear these amazing people talk about this amazing movie. So let's just jump right in and ask you guys to tell us a little bit about what makes this movie as amazing and iconic as it is. Why has it lasted so long?
Me.
I think it's iconic because it was just everything was in alignment, and it just came out good.
Yeah, and we can't really say it because no matter what any of us, oh shit, that's a good idea. Duh. And no matter what any of us can try to say, there is nothing that we can explain it because we ain't no shit. We were all just young, innocent, happy to be involved in this, and I think it's that innocence that we all had, and no one had all these movies behind our belt to walk around posing with. Nobody thought they should have been treated a different way than the other because they did more credits. It was the innocence of it, and the true fact that it is here right now is really Dan O'Bannon, because the way he shot it it did not take itself serious, which allowed you to jump on it and take that ride the same way without being so judgmental that you was in there just laughing and having a good time. That, with the innocence of the cast, we were all just happy to be in a horror damn movie. And Linnell ran around and she was naked and didn't give a damn. She never thought about it once. She was running around naked. I was more shocked about it than she was. I'm like, wait a minute, she can do that? And I think pretty much that's what it is. It has survived because of the innocence and the way we didn't take it serious. We weren't out there trying to be some horror movie that scare you out of your drawers. We weren't trying to do that, and I think that's what we accomplished.
Also, the soundtrack.
Yes, hell yeah. Yep, the soundtrack, the innocence, and Linnell's titties.
And you have to say the wardrobe.
Perfect storm.
The wardrobe and the time period.
And you had on my wardrobe.
Yes. Yeah, that was the best. That was.
Ask me about that.
Did they? Yeah, Miguel.
That's the true story.
Miguel. They kept putting me in funny little outfits, and Miguel walked in the outfit I wore in the movie one day, and Dan kept saying, "What do you want to wear, Beverly? What do you want to wear? You're not liking anything." And I said, "No, this is awful." And then he walked in that outfit. I go, "Oh, that's exactly what I want.
I want to wear what Miguel's got on.
I want to wear what Miguel's. And they had it in pink and white as well. But
Yeah, it was the 80s.
Yeah.
You know.
But we went with the blue and white.
Me and my girlfriend had the same exact pants. Blue. I had the blue ones, and with the little white pockets, she had the pink ones, the little white pockets. So we had the same, we was dressing like that. And shit. We thought we was cute back then. So when she saw it, it was like, and you remember when she had it on when she was going, Freddie, and she had a hand in her pocket? Those are my pants.
And your girlfriend
Beverly had her hands in your pants, is what you're saying. That's cool.
Well, that's a different story. We're going to talk about that after 7:30.
But you have to think that oh, yeah, that's why I couldn't wear the pink, because your girlfriend had the pink, and you said, we're not mixing up these women. I get it now. Because I wanted the pink. No,
I know. Well, they wouldn't let you wear it. Because she would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, let her ask some more questions.
Yeah. So Lene, we might as well just jump right in. Talk to us a little bit about Trash and just why she's become so iconic. I mean, as a feminist filmmaker, I think she's incredibly feminist. I think it's so empowering. All the ladies in this movie, all of the gentlemen, one of the things that we all love is just how genuinely nice all these kids are. For a bunch of punk rockers, you're like, man, they're cool. So just tell us a little bit about these characters and how you guys kind of created them, and obviously the iconic Tarbed. We can't wait to hear you wax on about how he came to be too.
I don't know. Okay, when I do a role, I go by the dialogue, and just whatever comes out of me is what the character's going to be. I don't do a study of who my mother was, or, all this stuff, and my DNA, or whatever it is. I just the dialogue for me directs it.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network.